All right, so you think you know Coca Cola, right? The refreshing soda you grab on a hot day. Or maybe the drink that comes with your fast food order. But did you know that Coca Cola has a massive history that spans over 130 years? Buckle up, because we're about to dive into the journey of how Coca Cola went from a small town concoction to a global powerhouse. Let's go all the way back to 1886, when a man named Dr. John Pemberton, a pharmacist from Atlanta, Georgia, created the drink we now know as Coca Cola. But here's the twist. Coca Cola wasn't created as a soda at all. It was originally invented as a medicinal tonic. Yep, Pemberton believed he could make a drink that would cure headaches, anxiety, and other ailments. He called it Pemberton's French wine coca, and it included coca leaf extract, which contains traces of cocaine, and cola nuts, which provided caffeine. But here's where things get interesting. Georgia passed a law in the late 1800s that banned alcohol. So Pemberton had to make a new alcohol-free version of his tonic. After adjusting the formula, Pemberton finally came up with what we know today as Coca Cola, a sweet carbonated beverage that he began selling at his pharmacy. Now, the name Coca Cola wasn't actually Pemberton's idea. It was his bookkeeper, Frank M. Robinson, who came up with it. He combined the two main ingredients, Coca and Cola, and created a name that was easy to remember. But that's not all Robinson did. He also designed the iconic cursive logo, which has become one of the most recognizable brand marks in the world today. This logo wasn't just cool, it was memorable. So, Coca-Cola was born, but it wasn't an instant sensation. Pemberton originally sold the drink at his pharmacy as a medicinal drink, but as time went on, people realized it was actually refreshing and delicious, not just for curing illnesses. Word spread fast, and by the 1890s, Coca-Cola was gaining popularity, especially among people who simply wanted something tasty and energizing. Fast forward a few years, and in 1892, Coca-Cola went from a local drink to a national brand. This happened when a businessman named Asa Candler bought out Pemberton's share in the drink and acquired the rights to Coca-Cola. Candler didn't just sell the drink in pharmacies anymore. He recognized that there was a bigger opportunity. He started bottling Coca-Cola, making it easier for people to buy and take it home. The first bottles of Coca-Cola appeared on shelves in 1894. And by 1900, Coca-Cola was available in every corner of the United States. Bottling gave Coca-Cola the ability to distribute on a massive scale. And this move was a game-changer. It helped them expand rapidly. And by the early 1900s, Coca-Cola became the #1 soda in America. In 1915, Coca-Cola took a huge step in solidifying its identity. The company designed its contoured glass bottle, which became immediately recognizable. The unique shape wasn't just about aesthetics. It was designed to prevent people from copying the bottle. But over time, it also became a symbol of the brand itself, making Coca-Cola stand out among other beverages. The company also started embracing the power of advertising. In the 1920s, Coca-Cola launched some of its most famous ad campaigns, associating the drink with refreshment and happiness. And it wasn't just about selling a soda, it was about selling a lifestyle. Coca-Cola became associated with moments of joy, relaxation, and refreshment. Here's a fun tidbit. Coca-Cola helped shape the image of Santa Claus we know today. In the 1930s, Coca-Cola launched a famous ad campaign featuring a jolly Santa Claus, who was depicted as round, cheerful, and wearing a red suit with white fur. This version of Santa became so popular that it became the standard representation of Santa Claus across the world thanks to Coca-Cola's advertising. During World War II, Coca-Cola played a huge role in its global expansion. The company made sure that soldiers fighting overseas could get their hands on a bottle of Coke. In fact, Coca-Cola set up bottling plants near military bases, ensuring the troops could enjoy a taste of home. This move not only made Coca-Cola popular among American soldiers, but also gave the brand global exposure. By the end of the war, Coca-Cola was seen as a symbol of American spirit, and it quickly became popular in other countries. The brand's reach grew exponentially, and by the 1950s, Coca-Cola had become a global drink. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. Coca-Cola faced fierce competition from Pepsi, a brand that started challenging Coca-Cola's dominance in the market. The two companies began a rivalry that continues to this day. The Pepsi challenge ads of the 1970s and 80s put Coca-Cola on the defensive. But Coca-Cola responded with more marketing and product innovation. In 1985, Coca-Cola even did something controversial. They changed the formula of Coca-Cola, introducing a new version called New Coke. People didn't like the change, though. And after much backlash, Coca-Cola brought back the original recipe, rebranding it as Coca-Cola Classic. That incident is still remembered as one of the biggest flops in the company's history. But it showed that brand loyalty and nostalgia played a huge role in Coca-Cola's success. As the years went by, Coca-Cola continued to expand its product line. In addition to the classic Coca-Cola, the company introduced diet versions like Diet Coke in 1982 and Coca-Cola Zero in 2005, which offered 0 calories for those who wanted a lighter drink. Coca-Cola also began acquiring other beverage brands like Fanta, Sprite Minute Maid, and even Dasani water, which allowed them to dominate the beverage market. Today, Coca-Cola is more than just a soda. It's a brand that has become ingrained in popular culture, and it's a staple at parties, events, and gatherings. Coca-Cola has adapted to new trends, from supporting environmental initiatives to diving into healthier beverage options, ensuring that it remains relevant. Now, Coca-Cola is one of the most recognizable and valuable brands in the world. It's no longer just a drink. It's a symbol of refreshment, joy, and shared experiences. Whether it's through its famous Share a Coke campaign or its constant presence in global events, Coca-Cola remains at the top of the soda game. And that's the story of Coca-Cola, from a medicinal tonic to the world's most iconic soft drink. It's a brand that started small but has truly conquered the world. Who would have thought that a simple drink made by a pharmacist could end up being part of global history? If this story popped like a fresh Coke, give that like button a tap and subscribe for more cool tales that aren't like anything else out there. Hit that bell for more stories that refresh and inspire.